as you wish.
Gang.
What up, folks? How's it going?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Pop Culture Punks podcast. It's your boy Djay Mando, and we talking about me, myself, and I, and my DJing skills, which, you know, they're pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a humble guy, but yeah, that's the intro.
You're done, Phil. Get out of here.
I'm out.
Send him
No,
home.
that was actually my voice.
Yeah, he's a
I'm a DJ. I'm a
shapeshifter.
DJ now.
Nice.
Well, that put me to shame. So
That's okay.
Wait, I want to hear yours.
Oh gosh.
All right, we're gonna count it
On
down.
the
I
spot.
gotta prove myself.
We're gonna make it like real official, like on TV. They're going 3, 2.
What up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of
That's great.
What up, folks?
The funny
Man.
thing is that's actually pretty accurate because we usually screw up like 2 or 3 times and then get into it. So,
We're probably we're like making fun of each other before, and then we're like, oh frick, like
yeah.
the
So
light's red.
True.
yeah, the light is red.
Sick.
Am I at a good angle here?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be turning.
Yeah,
That's
well,
good.
I mean,
Like when
it's-
Zach's here.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Don't anybody move.
So yeah, like our introducer said, we have a special guest here, Djay Mando,
Which is himself.
Yeah.
He is himself. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
So before we jump into what it's like to do what you do, we want to introduce you to our world of the pop culture punks.
Perfect.
And what we usually do at the beginning is kind of go through what we've been up to the last week,
Okay.
pop culture wise. So
Cool.
movies.
I love
books.
pop culture. I'm not gonna
So-
lie. So this
Oh,
is
I know.
perfect.
So
This is
we'll give
Yep,
you-
yep.
That's why I asked you. I was
Yeah.
like, if there's any kid who knows his pop culture, it's Mondo.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll
Gotcha.
give you the floor for this one and update us on things you've been enjoying, video games, movies,
Cool.
TV,
so,
whatever.
I'm actually on tour right now. So I've been touring around a lot of different spots. Like last night I was in Dodgeville, Wisconsin, which I didn't really think would be that cracking, but it really was.
Nice.
And so it's been a lot of mostly DJing, but as far as like the pop culture stuff, I've been playing PUBG on Xbox, and I've been watching the new season of Ozark on Netflix.
Okay.
So that's what I've been.
I've heard of that. I haven't seen
Bruh.
what's like the premise if you had to run it down.
A money launderer has to launder money or die.
Ooh.
What's like the setting? So like,
He starts in Chicago, and it's called Ozarks because there's a little hillbilly town called the Ozarks in, I think, Iowa. It's either Iowa or Indiana. And he, as the drug dealer finds out about his crooked friends doing what they do, he has to beg for his life, and he convinces him that the Ozarks is the best place to go for him to make more money than he already does in Chicago. And he
and it's
believes
like some
him.
small town.
Right, yeah. So he convinces him. He moves to the Ozarks. He has to wash like $8 million. And if he doesn't, then they kill his family.
Dang.
And
Dang.
it's lit.
Real
Interesting.
life, you know?
Yeah, for real. I
Interesting.
like it a lot because the main character is super sarcastic and just treats everybody's day. He's like, I'm trying to stay alive here. Can we just stay on task? He's just super funny with it.
Nice.
He cusses a lot, and it's funny. I'm trying to think of what else I've been watching lately. I watched The Nun.
Oh
on
yeah,
Tuesday.
the new horror movie.
Oh, man.
The new Conjuring spinoff. Dope.
That's a
It-
spin-off
it-
of The Conjuring?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
gosh.
there's a demon named Valak, and he takes a whole lot of different forms. And in this one, he took on a nun because he like haunted. One of the gates to hell was sealed in the basement of this church, and these nuns prayed all day to keep it sealed, but eventually it reopened. They all died, and some poor Frenchman just like stumbles upon it.
Of course.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
What
And
disease?
it didn't get that great of reviews, but I thought it was fire. It was like the critics and movie or horror movie like aficionados are like, it's just a whole bunch of jump scares, not really like that. A lot of cliches, but to me, it's just like I'm just trying to get scared. And if you're
Mhm.
trying to get scared, fire. The imagery
Nice.
was crazy. So
Interesting.
Did you see A Quiet Place?
of course,
What did you-
had to.
what did you think of it?
Fire. That movie was fire.
Oh,
What?
Interesting.
All right.
I've never seen a movie like that uses the lack of sound. Other than there's one movie called Hush that was on Netflix. It was about a deaf woman, and she couldn't hear. So like, there's no there. They use sound very intentionally, and so I like how A Quiet Place did that too. Why, you didn't like it?
No, we loved it.
it,
Okay,
but
good.
so my younger brother, who's usually on the show, he was like, "That was fine." Like he's just very.
Bro, how could you just sit and watch that and just like, dude, the monsters were crazy. The way they clicked, the way they just dash at anything that makes sound. That little baby got swooped up. I was like, yo, it was crazy.
Yeah.
No, we loved it, and I am not a horror fan. Like I know when we used to play Outlast and Celery, like that was killer. Like I couldn't handle that, and
I
he
can't.
especially
Dude,
hates.
I can't watch horror at all.
See,
so.
like I love horror movies, but horror video games just like really I can't do it. It's so tough because it's another sense, like it's another level of interaction, right? Like in the movie it's just passive, but in the games it's active. Like if you make a wrong decision, you will die. And like as a video gamer, that's the complete opposite of what you want to do. Like I'm not playing this game to die.
Yeah,
Especially in those games, you like Outlast, you don't have weapons, do you?
no, yeah,
you
you
literally
just
just
got
have
a
to
little
figure
it out.
video camera.
Oh,
They're
gosh.
so bogus.
Uh,
They're so bogus.
I remember we played the Evil Within.
Yes,
Did you ever
the
play
second
that?
one.
I got that one with Games on Gold, like the Xbox.
Oh, the
gives you free
Xbox Game
games.
Pass.
I
Yeah.
haven't gotten like through the game though.
Okay, we played the second one, and
Yeah,
after a while, it's not like super
it's not like
scary.
really scary so much as like terror, like lots of
Yeah,
gore type
yeah.
of stuff.
So-
That first scene, I think though, like where you had to, I forget if it was Outlast or Evil
chains-
Within with like the butcher dude.
Oh, that was
that's Evil Within.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
where you gotta
yep,
like
yep.
get away from the
Yeah,
chain, and you're like in the
woo,
locker,
that
and
was
you're just
tough.
like,
That was tough. That was tough.
Yep.
I was
But the
I was
scariest movie
jumping.
I've seen this year, and easily like in my list of top 5 scary movies, is called Hereditary.
I've heard
That
amazing
movie-
hearing
things about
about
that.
that.
Yeah.
Was like, if you didn't see that movie in theaters, it's not going to do it justice. Like you had to see that movie in theaters.
What is the premise of that one? Because
Okay, so this mother, her grandma dies, and it's basically about the trauma of a death in the family and how that affects family dynamics. And that's the best I can do without giving away
Without
other
giving it away.
details. Because if you watch the trailer and if you listen to my explanation, it's way deeper than that. But I can't get into it because
Sure.
all the twists and turns just make it crazy.
Is it a lot of like jump scares and stuff, or is that
No,
more
not
like
even.
actual?
It's like The Conjuring, where that famous like clap where they would just like that stuff, and it just gets to you. Just really mundane, normal stuff that just gets to you, and it's really, anybody who's seen that movie knows that movie was crazy.
You know.
that movie was crazy.
I'll have to
And
check
at
it
the
out.
end, bruh, fire. It was fire.
Interesting.
Nice.
It's great. I love
Nice.
scary movies. They're great.
So you said PUBG.
Yep.
Have you tried the Fortnite bandwagon?
Yeah, I actually started out on Fortnite.
Okay,
so
but then
I
you
found out
jumped to
about
PUBG.
Fortnite before I went over to PUBG, and I picked PUBG because it's just more realistic, more communication and tactics that kind of have to take place. Because in Fortnite, you could just put the team on your back, build like 50,000 structures, and kill everybody, you know? But in PUBG, it's like if you see somebody in the house, you really don't know what they can do and can't do. So you get like the whole squad together, throw some smoke grenades, stun grenades, rush the house. Somebody got a shotgun, other person got an automatic or something. It's just like way more tactics. And like if you have a silenced weapon, like you're cooking everybody. They're not gonna find you, especially with the camouflage and all that stuff. It's a cooler game to me. The only problem is that it runs kind of choppy, and the way Fortnite innovates their game, like all the new game modes that they add and all the just different cool stuff that they do, like with the dances and things like that, it just makes it more entertaining. And I feel like if PUBG was made by the people who are like running all the ideas at Fortnite, and PUBG innovated like Fortnite does, it'd be way colder. But you know, it's just off the strength of the game that I play it. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I've only
yeah.
played a little bit of Fortnite, and I've heard good things about PUBG, but like, I just online games, I just can't do the you're dead, or like you just this is all you do. I just
Dude.
can't do it
But it's so fun though. See, I'm a competitive person, so
for sure.
like I don't know. I strive off competition. I be getting so mad at my TV. I'm like, bro, I shot him first. Like, you know, it's terrible. And you can get ghillie suits in that game. That's just unfair. Like, if you could watch videos on YouTube of people like literally just running straight past whole bodies of people in ghillie suits, and they just don't even see them. Like the camouflage is that good. It's dope.
That's gross.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be
dope.
so irritated.
Yeah.
Just gillying around with a sniper rifle.
Yeah, man. And it's silent, so like,
Oh, God,
like
what the heck?
yeah, if you got an 8-time scope, silenced weapon with a ghillie suit on, and you're shooting at somebody like 300, 400 meters away, all they hear is just dust kicking up from the shot that just missed. And then if you shoot them in the leg, they just
Start jumping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just start running in circles. It's crazy. It's so much fun. And it's
great.
so satisfying once you like just get somebody and just cap them. Oh my God, it's great. It's great.
Nice.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Dope.
What about y'all? What games y'all playing?
Dude, Spider-Man. I
I gotta play it. I gotta play it.
Are you a Spider-Man fan?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Spider-Man's the move. Out of all the Marvel characters, I probably like Spider-Man the best. Either Spider-Man or Iron Man.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Black Panther's cool, of course. You know.
Yeah.
I hear
but-
that. Spider-Man has always been my fave. Him and Punisher. That's why there's all the spider stuff and the skulls
Mhm,
everywhere.
mhm.
But yeah, dude, the game is just. Did you ever play the Batman games, like the Arkham?
Nah, I haven't.
Okay, I usually see that because
See, like, yeah.
if you've tried it, it's not. I don't want to say it's identical, but just how it flows is
I
very
played the
similar.
old school Spider-Man on the 64. That's what I played.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, with the
Taking
Green
it old
Goblin.
school.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, this game is just like, it's so fast. Like it's just crazy.
It's
And
dope.
but if it feels like you actually get better at it, like it's not just mindlessly going around and these
Attacking
people are in
bad
trouble.
guys,
Exactly. Yeah. So it feels like it progresses and you actually get stronger and you feel it. And I'm just a nerd for like all the spider suits and stuff
Of
that you
course.
can get.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
And they've
trying to
got-
get like one of the all black suits or something like that.
Yep.
They look cold. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I want to be Spider-Man for real.
Yep. So
He's
yeah,
got
so
so
it's
much
great.
swag.
Yeah, that I know we were talking The Witcher earlier. I've been putting a little bit of time into that, so
Mhm.
it's really good, really hard, really long. It's
Yeah.
just it's so dense. Like it's just a very
It's
you
like
can't
another
just do it.
Oblivion, and I'm
Yep.
already like,
Yeah, dude.
like
I'm like
so deep in
yeah.
Elder Scrolls. That game goes
That game
so
will suck you in for so many
hard. I
hours.
swear. I still haven't played the online version though. I don't know if y'all have or
I've
not.
heard
haven't,
mixed.
no.
I've heard mixed things on it,
Yeah,
so I've just
I
kind
don't
of
know. I kind of just left it alone.
For
but
sure.
I'm waiting for
Mhm.
the next one to come out. Once
Nice.
that happens, I'm
That's-
locking myself in my basement and just.
well,
Need me
they
to DJ?
No,
I
thanks.
I don't know.
I'm on vacation right now.
$500? I don't know.
did you see they announced the new one that's coming out?
Isn't that Morrowind?
Well, so Elder Scrolls, gosh, 5, right? Or 6?
Should be six.
Because Oblivion
6.
was 4, Skyrim
4
was 5.
Sky, yeah. So they at E3 this year, which is their big the big gaming
Mhm,
conference.
mhm.
They haven't given any other news, but so far they've said that it's on its way. So they're
Bet.
making 6
Say
right
no
now.
more. I'm trying to find out about Grand Theft Auto too.
Gosh.
Red Dead, man. Red
yeah.
Dead 2.
Oh my
You getting
god. I
that?
still gotta
Looks-
make it through the first game. I still gotta make it through that one.
They got that on the Game Pass, don't they? Xbox.
I think
Yeah,
it's
but I don't have
backwards.
Game Pass
Oh,
because
you
I'm
don't-
like I'm
okay.
not at the crib enough to just like
Yeah. It's also on backwards compat too, so
yeah.
you can get it for like
Ooh,
$10 nowadays and
Okay.
toss it in.
I might.
That's the
have
nice
that.
thing about the Xbox is
Yeah, I might
backwards
have that
compat.
game in my basement somewhere.
There you go. I haven't played
Cause
that
yeah,
one yet.
I remember
so.
I made it like out of Texas and like crossed the border into like a different spot. It was like the second part of the game, but I
Yeah.
didn't finish that part. So I was just too busy playing poker. Like that was all I did. That was all I did in that game. I would like if I ran out of money, I would just rob somebody and then shoot him and then take it to the poker spot and just gamble. That's,
Gambling simulator.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I got so crazy at poker till I'm like I'm gonna just play in real life because I know I'm busting everybody. How do I know? Because I was playing in Red Dead Redemption and
playing
I
Red-
killed everybody in that game. And if you won, I shot you and took my money back. So
That's
Oh
great.
goodness.
That's
yeah,
great.
it's
I'm
kind of
never-
crazy to think about like how easy it is to get away with crime back in that day. Like he would just throw on a bandana and they'd be like, "Oh, the
I don't know, he
masked
just-
bandit."
Like, oh,
Some
take
dude-
my money.
Oh man, yeah, and then you just take the bandana off and you're good. Like that's wild.
Well, it's crazy, Jim.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything
yeah,
like that.
mop it up.
Yes. Oh, for real.
That's funny.
You?
Yeah, I've been on the Witcher train, so
Nice.
I've probably got I've basically been avoiding. I'm like level 16 right now, and I've been avoiding the main quest for like 6 levels and just doing like, because there's like Witcher contracts where you can just basically for money go hunt monsters and stuff. I've been doing those to get gear,
Get your practice in and get good.
kind of. I'm playing on easy, so
Okay.
I don't like playing games on harder than easy. Like Elder Scrolls, very easy.
Oh man, that's funny. No, yeah, I'm the same way. I'd rather win than struggle.
I'm more of a just like, I like to experience the story and different, like see the character interactions, and I'm not like a glutton for punishment like some gamers are, which is, if that's your thing, that's
Teach
your
their
thing.
own.
But yeah, it's super fun, super rich, super deep. Like it's the amount of side quests I still have to do before I like want to move on is like insane.
Didn't his wife get killed? Or something like that?
Geralt,
I think so.
the main character. I don't know if he has a wife.
I think
There's like
did.
3 women in the story that he like
They're all
has
fine.
relations with.
all
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I already got to
my
the first
gosh.
one, and like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
Calm
I was
down over
looking,
there.
I was like, whoa.
and you can choose like which ones you want to romance with and stuff. But I'm trying to wait till the actual one I think he's
You have to
supposed to
choose
be
one?
with. So you don't have to.
So you could choose all of them?
I think so.
Oh,
it
it's a
might
bet.
because it's an RPG. It might cause some consequences down the line. But if you're
Gotta think about
willing
it.
to take that on,
Hey, man, roll the dice.
This is the man who is just
Like I
shooting
said,
people
I was
for
just
poker. Like,
I was gambling.
this is
that
the
whole
wrong
it's
day.
a Wild
person.
West
I'll take my
fantasy setting.
chances.
I'm never asking you about video game morals. Mondo, what should I do? Like, well,
In the game? Well, okay, let's see. What can't you do in real life? Do that.
that's fair. That's
GTA
fair.
in a nutshell.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Love GTA is fun.
Yeah, that's why Knights of the Old Republic was such a fun game.
Oh
You could
man,
just-
I never played that one.
Yeah, we spent hours like torturing all types of aliens, just shocking them to death.
I'm learning so much right now. Like,
Yeah, man.
you gamble
Dude,
away, and
like-
if you lose, you shoot them. You just get all the.
But in real life, I'm a great person. That's where I let it out. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, you let it out
I
in the
hear that.
games.
yeah, you know, like in Knights of the Old Republic, like it would show what type of person you are. Like if you're good versus if you're bad. My guy was like straight white skin, just wrinkly, old, and just
Like
if you
super
if you
Sith
look at
Lord,
him wrong,
basically.
somebody could walk past me down the street and be like, "Good day to you, Sith Lord," and I just shock him to death.
Darn right, it's a good day.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a great day. It was
Respect.
my 5th body today. I just,
Oh my gosh! So in Elder Scrolls, are you evil?
They're like dark.
I feel like it's hard to
Brotherhood.
be evil in those games.
Yeah,
Every
I mean,
merchant
like-
is like, no.
if oh man, it's tough. Like I had a wife in that game,
Oh boy.
and
Oh boy!
and there's this one loot player at the inn, and she was cold, man. She was so cold. So I went, I went all the way back to my city, killed my wife, and remarried with that woman.
You couldn't just leave the old one to
Nah,
like
I
live.
just-
You're like, I gotta make
I
sure
had to
she's.
like kill her.
it's not
She was in
working
the
out.
house. I had to move her out. So
That's how it was in the medieval ages. Like, you just move on,
yeah,
slice and
so
dice.
and yeah, she played lots of great songs. Told folklore about my legends that I created, and pretty much
Like,
gassed
you
me up
remember
the
my
whole
last
time.
wife?
Yeah,
Write some
exactly.
songs about. Write some songs, otherwise.
Yep,
Oh.
gassed me up about all the dragons I was killing, and yeah, it was a great time. It was the right
Oh,
choice, the right
gosh.
choice, definitely the right choice.
That's great.
Oh my
That is
gosh.
great. Have you ever played?
I became a vampire
Fallout?
too, boy.
Oh.
That ooh, yep, I was definitely evil. Yep,
I remember
biting
I became a
innocent
vampire.
people in the neck like while they're sleeping. It was
Gosh.
great.
I remember
Yeah,
I
man.
accidentally became a vampire, and I like kept
Yeah, see.
dying in the sunlight, and I was like,
Yes.
why do I keep losing health? What
Yeah,
the heck?
because they
And then I
call it-
realized I was a vampire.
They call it some like really complicated
Yeah.
disease, and I didn't know I had it either. That's how I became a vampire the first time.
And then once you realized that you were just
I
chomping
was
at people's necks.
so mad because I became a vampire in the Elder Scrolls, or no, in Oblivion.
Oblivion.
Yeah,
That's the same
first
one. Yeah.
Yep. And then like in Skyrim, I chose to become a vampire because I think it was you could either become a werewolf or a vampire in Skyrim.
Yep.
And yeah, being a werewolf was lit too. So yeah,
Could you be both?
I'm pretty sure.
A vampire or werewolf?
I think so.
That would be horrifying.
I
That
think I
sounds-
can't remember though.
Sounds like a bad idea. But anything goes.
Anything
Terrorizing
goes.
everybody. The guards, like I could care less about the guards. I killed all of them sometimes.
See, I'm like the opposite. Like I have to like I have a really hard time in video games, like doing anything that's like bad
Yep.
for some reason. Like I have to be like, I don't want to take anybody off. Like I want to be
like,
friends with everyone.
It's like I'm a people
Even the
pleaser.
bad guys, I'm like, can we just be friends?
sometimes, yeah. Like when I'm starting out, I'm definitely like that. But once I know, I can like
How to assert your
I'll
dominance.
pickpocket guards for like all their weapons, and if they catch me, then I'll just punch them out. It's so fun.
I
It's
need to
so
try
fun.
this.
That is great.
Yeah, you could like take all their weapons
That's
if you
dope.
get high enough in your like pickpocket skill.
Nice.
Just take all their weapons, strip them naked, and then they'll turn around and be like, "What are you doing? Like you're under arrest." I'll be like, "With what?"
Like I just took all of your
With
clothes
what? Like,
and
yeah, come
sword.
on, bro. I literally just took everything except your helmet, and you didn't know until now. How are you going to arrest me?
You can't even keep track of your clothes.
I'll just duck, and you'll look all over the city for me, like,
It's so
in
true.
broad daylight. So,
Or like you kill one of their guys and they like
Man.
look and he's dead.
yeah,
And then they just go back to their business.
a murderer is
They're
in our
like,
midst.
oh, I guess it must have been the wind.
Yeah, took an arrow to the knee, and then he was just that was it. Yeah,
Oh,
Kill
wow.
shot.
But yeah, I feel like once virtual reality starts becoming more and more of a thing,
Oh gosh.
then I'll take it more seriously because I want my psyche to be intact. You can't just, like if
Once
you
it
play,
actually affects your psyche.
right,
yeah.
like if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, that's another thing too. We were bogus on Grand Theft Auto. Like we would make up rules. Like if somebody's holding anything in their hand, they have to die. If anybody speaks to you, they have to die. If anybody was walking in the street, they had to die.
so
like,
everybody.
the street for us was the sidewalk. So anybody walking on the sidewalk while we were driving, just ran them down. Like,
It's like death
so,
race.
but yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, if virtual reality and Grand Theft Auto ever become a thing, I'm not gonna be forcing it. I'm gonna treat everybody like they're a real person, because like that'd be crazy. Like virtual reality and Grand Theft Auto, that'd be dangerous. That's like
You're
it's
asking
damn
It's
near
like real life.
It's damn near
basically.
another life, like
Yeah.
For sure.
that'd be crazy.
Do you watch Black Mirror at all?
Of course.
I'm not one to talk on
That-
it, but I know.
That video game episode was so fire. That was so fire. I think that was the one you were going to talk about, right?
Probably. I've only seen.
I'm trying to remember
the
which
first
episode that
one.
is.
Really?
Which, yes.
What?
I just
See, I feel like that was a
I
bad
fell
move.
off.
That was
Yeah.
a bad
What?
move.
I
The
watched
first
it and I was like,
episode is gonna give you the wrong
wow.
impression.
No, yeah, okay. So everybody that I've recommended that series to, I tell them to skip the first episode, so that's valid. But every other episode after that is fire, especially for the pop culture punks. I feel like,
now I have to.
Yeah.
It called out.
Yeah, the first episode gives you complete. I didn't watch it because you explained it to me, and I was like, that sounds like a disgusting show.
Yeah, it was
But then I
weird.
skipped it, and every other episode was like,
Yep.
just blew my mind. It was
Yep.
like, oh, this is like almost where we're
They,
at now.
they talk about everything, and all of it is so
Yep.
plausible.
Yep, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll have to go back
you need to
now.
watch it. Yeah.
I've just been like, there's been a few shows we've been. Have you ever seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine by
No.
chance? Really funny. Andy Samberg fan? Like Hot Rod?
I'm
He's like
not
Lonely Island
I'm not like a funny show movie type
Okay.
person, unless I get convinced somehow or it's like on. I watch things I have to like pay attention to. I feel like comedies are so lighthearted, so you don't have to like pay attention to the plot all the time. But I'll be like analyzing all the thinker movies like Inception and watching scary movies. And
Dude,
stuff
you
like
need to watch Attack on Titan then, if you haven't.
that. Bet. What's that about?
Oh gosh, I don't know how to. We talk about it all the time because it's like my favorite show in existence ever.
Really?
Like
Over
I would
Game of
argue-
Thrones?
Oh, I actually.
You've
haven't
never
watched
seen
it.
Game of Thrones. I'm
Yeah.
currently watching it.
What? You never seen Game of Thrones? Bruh, I'll stop this podcast right now. You gotta watch
We're going to
Game of
watch
Thrones.
all 7 seasons.
Oh my god, bro. That's the coldest TV show I've ever seen.
Yeah,
in my life.
I'm on season 6 right now. But yeah, Attack on Titan. It's an anime, which I don't know
Oh.
if you're into that, but
Perfect.
It's.
It's-
I've heard people equate it to Game of Thrones in that. So the premise is that the last remnants of humanity have been holed up in these like 3 walls that are in like inner wall, middle wall, outer wall, and there's like people that live. And there's for 100 years there's been peace because there's these like giant humanoid things called Titans that walk around. And everyone's like, all right, yeah, whatever, we're safe. And all of a sudden out of nowhere, this in the first episode, this like giant one that's as big as the wall appears, and everyone's like, what the frick? Kicks in the wall, and then
Oh,
all the Titans like
no.
break into the city, and
Oh,
then it's mass
no.
chaos. But just how
So the Titans are bad. They're just out to kill
they're
people.
just literally out to eat people.
Gotcha.
So it's very, very gory.
there's a lot of it's gory to like the Game of Thrones level. It's got like the mystery and the political intrigue that Game of Thrones has. It's
Dope.
got the religious aspects, like creepy
which is
cult
super
religion and
interesting.
stuff, like what's going on, and it kind of just like keeps not giving you quite enough information as you
You
watch
gotta
it,
keep watching.
but like just enough to like
Is
get
that on
hungry for it.
Netflix
so.
or where do you watch
It's
it?
on Hulu.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like basically you're like, okay, we're figuring this thing out, and then like left hook, here comes
Yep.
this random
Yep.
thing you
Yep.
didn't even know you knew
Yep.
like needed to know about. Oh, we've
Yeah.
been. I got my
Bro.
See,
wife
I
hooked
didn't
on it,
think of
and-
that, but it actually is very similar to Game of Thrones.
See,
so.
you gotta watch Game of Thrones, man. You gotta watch Game
when I
of
get
Thrones.
the time.
No, you're
it's a
gonna
huge
make
time
the time. You're gonna make the time.
It's a huge time commitment. I'll give you that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But it's so good though. Like
It
once you
is,
start,
yeah.
once you get through that first season, and just watch it, bro. Just watch it, please.
Do you
watch
have it on DVD?
I don't. I'm watching. I have the HBO Go now.
Oh, gotcha.
App.
Okay.
So,
Maybe I'll borrow it from you sometime. And
Yeah.
Trust. You're gonna
It's
get through that
clutch.
first season, then by the end of the first season, you're gonna be like, wait, what? And then you're gonna keep watching, and then you're gonna be like, wait, what? And you're gonna keep
Yeah.
watching. And that's gonna every episode you're damn near gonna say that.
It
Like,
is.
it's
It's
gonna be-
very similar. There's even like a giant wall, and there's like things beyond the wall that like throughout the whole show, it's like winter's coming.
Bruh.
Like there's kind of like this impending threat that like
just you wait.
yeah. And I'm not even done with it yet, and there's still one more season. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
After you're done with that first season, you can text me.
what?
Yes.
Season 2. What?
Yep.
I got you.
That's
Okay.
how I've been.
Okay.
So,
When I can't make promises. I've done too
And-
many.
And what else is
Too
fun
many
is just
things.
like they have such a good command over the English language. Like the way they
Sure.
spar and insult each other, so fire. Like
Yep.
if one of them insulted a person today, they wouldn't know what to do. Their whole life would just be crushed. They would just crumble in a ball and just I'm worthless. You know.
nice.
Like every conversation in there is
Yeah, like
basically
the
just
the
combative.
priest and Tyrion going back and forth,
Yeah.
and Baelish,
Yep.
fire.
So good.
dope.
So good.
Well, speaking of bantering, we were curious with you. Like I know you being in DJing and hip hop and stuff like that. Have you been following the MGK Eminem beef at all?
Yeah,
What do you,
I listened
what
to
do you
each
feel
one.
about that?
I came up on beef. Like all my favorite rappers became my favorite rappers because they were good at beef and good at making a fool out of somebody publicly. So I'm always a fan. I don't listen to either one of their music nowadays, but I tuned in just because of the drama. I like it. It's juicy. You know?
Which track do you think killed the other one?
When I first heard MGK's track, I was like, dang, like he really just came at Eminem's throat. And then Eminem came out like, nah, it's not happening. So I don't know. Like I kind of just let each one be their own piece. And I say if I had to pick one, as far as like which one was better, I thought MGK's was funnier because he called him Oscar the Grouch.
I didn't catch that line.
I remember
Yeah.
that line. Yeah.
That one was funny.
I liked some of the lines in Eminem's where he was like,
But yeah, Eminem
I had to
just
build your
has
career
like
to take
that's what I'm
kill
saying.
it or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
like-
I was just like,
Eminem
"Ooh."
just has too much, like he can flex on his whole life. He's
Yeah.
like, you couldn't be me on my worst day. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I love
So
how he kept calling him Kelly like throughout the
Yeah,
whole song
you know.
too. Like kind of, it's almost like
and
a
then,
little insult.
and then
like-
he said Gerard was balls deep in Halsey. I was like, ooh, that hurt. That like really hurt.
yeah, because G-Eazy is dating his ex-girlfriend or something
He
like
said
that.
that. I was like, ooh, you know, that was
Eminem
just-
kind of just went for like the real
yeah, you know what I'm
personal
saying.
insults.
So like, and Eminem is always gonna do that because he came up that way. You
battle
know,
rapping,
so
yeah.
I'll probably have to give it to Eminem just for like the flexing on him and all that stuff. But MGK's diss, like he held his own. He got his attention. It was funny, entertaining.
It's interesting too because MGK released a new EP
Mhm.
after that, and I listened to a couple snippets. I'm not a huge fan of MGK, but like a lot of the songs are actually like more akin to like mumble rap style rapping.
Mhm.
And which beforehand it was like, why does Eminem keep calling him a mumble rapper? Because like he's not really a mumble rapper. But then he released this EP after the fact. I was like, did Eminem like get in on this? Like, did he hear his music?
Probably.
Because they're on the same. I think they're both on Interscope or whatever.
Probably.
Like Diddy's.
And Eminem's
yeah.
way more of a priority than
Yeah. So I was like, did
MGK.
Eminem know what was coming down the pipiline? Like,
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not
that's
even
pretty
gonna
hilarious.
understand. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
so it's pretty
That'd
funny.
be killer.
But you know
Yeah.
me, I love beef. Like I came up watching Eminem, 50 Cent, Biggie, Nas, like all the guys that were in major beefs through the late 90s and early 2000s. So much fun. T.I., bruh, so much music. Like every hit that T.I. made in his prime was a diss to Lil Flip. And that's just fire to me. Like to be able to like somebody makes you mad, so you put them down so hard till it just blows your career up and everybody's like, yeah, you're the king of our city.
Nice.
That's fire to me.
Yeah.
I feel like modern hip hop hasn't had as many beefs.
Nah, it
Like,
definitely hasn't.
Do you?
The ones that are kind of just like feel manufactured, like with Drake and stuff.
Well, even that, I don't. That's
Well,
a whole.
yeah.
But I'm curious, like what
What
that is.
like with the problem with it for nowadays is that people love beef in the moment, but then they'll forget about it after the moment, and what's left after that is just like the music and the product, right? So like say you're beefing with somebody like Drake. If I were to get Drake's attention and he were to mention me by name in a song, everybody's going to go through my music and listen to all my music to see what I said, and that makes me money. So especially with somebody with a platform like Drake, like millions of people will come. You could have a song with 10,000 views and it'll get to 700,000 overnight just because Drake mentioned you. Like, yo, what did he say? Oh, this is the song. And that'll make you a whole bunch of money. And Drake doesn't want to do that to somebody that he's beefing with. So he just doesn't say anything
sure.
unless he absolutely has to, right? So that's why beef hasn't really happened nowadays. And when it does, like people like Tekashi 6ix9ine, he'll just go out and try to get people to beef with him and try and piss people off. And then when they mention him, like somebody like YG is beefing with 6ix9ine right now. He put like a 6ix9ine stunt double in his music video, and like he was getting beat up in prison and stuff like that. And I mean, YG has like a couple million followers, probably I think more than 6ix9ine does, because 6ix9ine is like a young guy. But that mention gives him so much more credibility and fame and things to talk about and hype up to his fans so that they become super fans. And some of YG's fans will listen to 6ix9ine's music and be like, hey, it goes hard. So, and you could just finesse your way up just by beefing with people. And so that's why people try not to.
Because you don't want to.
If you have a higher platform, you don't respond to the people that are under you trying to get your attention.
Which is why it was kind of interesting that Eminem decided to respond.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's
That's what I'm
selling
saying.
way more records than MGK is.
But I also think he definitely doesn't care because he's hated MGK for so long.
Yeah.
Till he was like, oh, bet. He dissed me? Cool.
Yeah.
Green light. But yeah, like Drake's really interesting. I pay attention to a lot of what he does because he's just so good at what he does. And like his beef with Meek Mill destroyed that man.
Dude,
and he had it all
back to back. That was my song. That was my song.
Too much beef.
Dude, I swear, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so fun to listen to because I was never really a fan of Meek Mill like that, but all my friends were. I was a fan of Drake, and everybody would always clown Drake and clown me for liking Drake. And then Drake slaughtered Meek Mill, and Meek Mill didn't even show up, and it was just so funny.
Yeah, which is
So
funny
funny.
because like he's not known for being like a battle rapper.
That's what I'm saying.
But then he came out for it, and it
exactly.
was like, ooh.
Everybody acts like he's soft, and
Yeah.
he went hard. Like it was crazy.
Which is interesting because he kind of almost just like plays with that like soft persona.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then he can come out when the time is right.
Exactly. That's why I like him so much. He's cold, and it's at the point now where like everything he does doesn't miss. Like he can make a song out tonight and be #1 trending on every social media platform and like shift pop culture. Everybody will come out with new quotes and Instagram captions for days. Like,
memeing him and stuff.
yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
It's fire.
Well, I mean, he's probably why like Ninja, like the Fortnite guy. I was like, I think he probably would have blown up naturally, but then you have
That kind of accelerated
Exactly.
huge hip hop artists.
Yeah.
I mean,
come on.
I was watching Twitch just because like I don't watch video game streamers, but Drake was on there. I'm like, oh, Drake's playing Fortnite? Bet I'm gonna watch. Like just to see if he's good at Fortnite or not because you like his music so much. Like if I heard about it and I'm watching Twitch and I don't do that, then that's just how you know. So whole new fan base and like demographic of people that are watching
For sure.
something that they wouldn't normally be watching.
Yeah,
tight,
And now he's playing with Travis Scott all the time now.
right?
Yeah, it's tight.
It's cool.
I can't wait till I get to that point where I can just stream video games, like me playing video games, and everybody just tunes in.
PUBG,
Djay
Mando, and
Mando's playing.
PUBG.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna be
Nice.
like, "Whoa, he is way too cold at this game."
Should write a rap about it.
I know, right?
You should
That's what
just
I'm saying.
beef people online that you beat.
Dude.
Write battle raps
man,
about it.
see, I'm a professional smack talker. Like you really don't want it with me, man. Oh my gosh, people hate me, especially in 2K. Boy, I'll make your life worse. if you play me in 2K and I'm winning and you like make me mad, and then I end up winning, over with.
Your life's over with.
Yeah,
That's great.
I've come back from like 21-point leads in 5-minute fourth quarters. It's crazy. I'm cold at 2K. I'm not gonna lie. That's my game.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've seen men's careers destroyed in front of their eyes.
Oh
by
man,
this
and
man.
they swear they're up, but I just don't even say anything. I'm just laser focused in on the screen, and then all of a sudden Giannis comes in dunking on everybody. Man, it's great. It feels
That's
so
great.
good.
Gross.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Kyrie, you remember with Kyrie? I scored like 98 points with Kyrie.
Did I ever play you in 2K? I might have been like,
Oh,
what the
man.
heck? Let's
I
see.
think I think you, me, and Grant, we were playing Mortal Kombat.
Yes. Dude, this freaking kid at Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I like,
Yes,
you
sir.
went, what was it? We were doing RA training and you went like 50-1 or
Yeah.
something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you had people who like didn't know how to play either.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, this.
Catching bodies.
Yeah.
And my one loss was like, it wasn't with it was probably with some character I didn't even know how to play.
You're like, oh, I'll play this person.
Yeah,
I'll be
I don't know,
nice.
pick some dude, Egghead. I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. I literally remember being so intent on like, I'm not going to bed until I beat Mando.
And he was up to like 5.
And we, oh gosh,
That's great.
Oh, just funny.
made me so freaking mad.
Yeah,
I didn't keep that game very long. I got sold real quick.
dude. No, I'm undefeated with Scorpion. Like nobody can touch me with that, man. It's crazy. So much fun.
Yeah,
But-
that was gross.
Yeah.
But I also remember the one night we stayed up playing until dawn. That
Is that like the movie?
the play-
movie
yeah, it's
game?
the PS4 game, yeah.
Bro,
We were
I've
just-
been trying to figure out the name of that game for the longest time.
it was just we were just laughing
That
though.
game
Like
was so fun.
it was just funny.
Yeah, it was like a whole movie. It was basically like it was an interactive horror video game, but not like horror movie, I should say. I don't know. It was tight. I had my whole floor play it with me. Like I had the controller and I had all the freshman students that I was in charge of. They would all shout out what button to press to make which decision. Like, should we go left or
Nice.
right? You have 3 seconds to decide. Everybody left, and we all just go left. And we just all played the game as a floor and tried to like get as little people killed as possible. We tried to make sure everybody survived.
Did you guys finish the game?
Yep.
Who survived? I don't remember any.
Okay, look, this is what's bogus. Everybody survived except for this one part where I had to keep the controller still so that the monster wouldn't find me. And I was keeping it still, but the controller tweaked and it just kept on moving to the right.
Oh,
And so
Oh,
it just
no.
like, it literally robbed me of that because it was on the very last level. On the very last
Sure.
level. And so after that scene happened, then it goes to the end of the game. So I was really mad about that. And I damn near want to play the whole entire game over just to fix that moment.
just like sit on the ground, like, all right, don't breathe.
It was a blemish on my
Ugh.
video game
Huh.
career.
I've never
it
played that
sucked.
game, but I think I got it for free with
So dope.
PlayStation Plus or something like
And
that.
PT, Silent Hill PT.
That they took it off. Like you
I
can't
know,
get.
that's what I'm
which-
saying. Like
oh,
I was,
dude.
I had a resident who had downloaded the demo. I'm gonna buy his PlayStation from him just so I can have that game.
It's I've watched videos of it. It's just I don't think my heart could take it.
Dude,
Like, I would literally
cause see, like
I would die.
I love scary movies, right? So I had like once a month we would watch scary movies as a floor when I was in RA, and then we started coming up on scary video games. We started out with PT. No, we started out with Until Dawn because it was interactive. Everybody loved that game, and then we played PT as a floor, and everybody was geeked out. That game was so scary, so stressful. I lost like years of my life because of that game. So
Yeah,
scary.
it was the guy.
That was the one scary movie game I've ever played all the way through.
Yeah,
Was that
game?
what
That was what Kojima,
Hideo Kojima
and
was working on
Del Toro
before
were working on.
Death
Yeah, and then
Stranding?
it got.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you've seen stuff for that game.
they released
that
a
new
video
trailer.
too?
What?
Death Stranding. Have you heard of that?
Uh-uh.
We'll have to fire up the trailers
Show
after.
you that
It's
afterwards. They
dope.
released a new trailer at Gamescom, I think it's
Yep.
called, and they actually showed like the villain and stuff now, and it looks horrifying.
It's like no one knows.
But no one knows
what
what
the heck
it
it
is.
is.
Yeah.
That's
It makes
dope.
no sense.
There's like
but,
babies in jars like strapped to people's chests, and it's
Oh,
like
no.
powering.
But there's
them
like
or
invisible
something.
monsters that like crawl around, and you can't like breathe or like move when they walk by, and it's super weird.
That's dope.
I don't know. No one. Everyone's
and
confused.
it's got like a lot of like, because I keep seeing him post pictures on Twitter with like famous people, because he's like getting all of these like famous actors and
Yeah, Norman
people,
Reedus in it.
Norman
in
Reedus
it.
is like the main guy.
Troy Baker is the villain, I guess, and
a bunch of other people just like
it's just
they're going to
madness.
be in the game, like faces and different things.
That's
So
awesome.
it's
I want to be a voice actor. That'd be so much fun to be in a game and
That would be
be the
awesome.
voice for a game.
yeah,
That'd
Be known.
so fun.
That'd be dope.
sick.
Yeah.
It's tight.
I want to do
Yeah.
GTA. That'd be fire.
You would be the perfect.
That's
GTA
what I'm
character.
saying, but nobody knows about me.
See, first you got to get big, and then you got to start beef, and then you go to GTA.
You gotta
Yeah,
get,
exactly.
you gotta
It'll
get
be
yourself
perfect.
on a radio show in GTA and then
Yeah,
work your way
that's
up.
what-
There you go.
Ooh.
That'd be
Just get your own channel.
exactly.
Clicking on. Boom.
Nice,
That'd be tight.
Yeah.
cool. we
Speaking
want
of
to hit the.
speaking of music, I don't know what you know, but I'm curious what all is that you do, like DJ, radio show. Can you go into
Yeah,
that
so
more?
I'm a club, party, radio, touring DJ. So basically, whatever you need, I can do it. Like whatever event. Josh had actually asked me to DJ his wedding, but I was not free for the date.
You would have done a great job.
Yeah.
You would have.
How was it?
It was tight. There's actually a local rapper from Madison who my friends know, and he was actually able to come do it, so it was a lot of fun.
It
So
was,
super
it
I
was
feel like
good,
you guys
yeah.
would click, actually.
yeah,
So
that'd
He's
be
gonna
fun.
be on
What
the
was his
podcast
name?
too at
Yeah.
some point. So
What was his name?
Rip, R.I.P. So he played at Bratfest a couple weeks ago and at Taste of Madison, and he was like up for a Grammy nomination or something last
Dang.
year.
I don't think
but,
I know him,
Yeah, so I'll send you his tunes. So he's a cool guy. So
For
if you need any connections, I'm sure he's got some stuff.
but
So,
bet.
but anyway, because I know you were at Liquid in Madison for like, when did you leave, or like, and then where did you kind of
That
progress to?
happened last November. By the end of the summer, I was kind of stepping away from them. Well, it was like a mutual thing, just because they were scared of the police, and the police were scared of me DJing at Liquid.
Because
So,
you're just too good, or
basically, yeah, like they tried to say I was inciting riots. And
so one of our questions is funny moments. So where did that come from? Like,
man, like honestly, it was pretty bogus. Like Liquid used to be an EDM club with like 50 to 100 people on a busy night, all white people, and they gave me my residency on Saturdays. And the very first week that I DJ'd there, I invited the whole football team out to come to the club, and so they invited everybody. We flooded the whole club out. So it was like white people, black people, Latin people, natives, Asians, like literally everybody that you could imagine. And I was playing hip hop, so I brought like every type of person, and it was like 300 to 500 people every weekend, all at once. And I feel like Liquid kind of underestimated the. They knew I could draw in downtown Madison, but I don't think they knew that much. That
so you're almost
it was
drawing
like
too many
that.
people.
Yeah,
basically.
too quickly, right?
Too
So
quickly.
like security wasn't ready. Coat check would just get flooded all the time, and it was a lot of fun. And then the summer happened, and by the time the summer happened, it was what, like 4 or 5 months later. So everybody knew about like what I was doing, and it was every week, every Saturday. And so just everybody in the city started coming out. And when you have that many people there, and you're the only club in Madison, and it's the most busting club in Madison, and you're playing hip hop, and nowhere else plays hip hop, right? Like that just it draws a lot of attention from a lot of different people. And like fights happen in clubs sometimes, so there'd be fights that would happen from time to time. And it happened like 3 weekends in a row where there was a fight and it had to get broken up. And the city, since it's right on campus downtown, the city just doesn't like that because it brings negative press to the city, and they don't want that. So they're putting all this pressure on Liquid, and basically the mayor and the police chief are saying that I was the problem. Like, nothing ever happens when I'm not DJing there, but when I do DJ there, something happens. So they're trying to blame it on me and my music and non-white people being in the club.
jeez.
And so,
Interesting.
yeah, so it kind of like fell out that way, which was very disappointing. But, I mean, I brought the city of Madison together in a way that nobody had really seen before. And that was my goal. I just wanted to bring people together with music. And so that's what I did.
That's
the city
cool.
didn't like it, and they shut it down.
Not
So,
ready for that
That's a
fire.
bummer, man.
yeah, but at least I could say the mayor knew me. So that was pretty lit.
It's like,
Shouts out
got
to
any
the
parties,
mayor.
mayor?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, who? Like, I could just see him in the like Capitol building, or like whatever building he's in. I don't know, but just be like, find out who this Djay Mando guy is.
Bring him in.
Shut him down. You know? I'm
Oh,
like,
goodness.
that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So,
Sweet.
but yeah,
Dang.
that's how that happened. And then after that, kind of just took a break from DJing and just kind of it kind of happened real quick. So we had to kind of hustle behind the scenes and see what kind of shows we can get in other places and kind of bounce back from that. And now we're good. So
Nice.
yeah.
When I know a couple years, was it last year or 2 years ago, you made it to Summerfest, right? And you
Yep,
had to
that
do
was 2017, last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that like? Just kind of getting to be in, to actually be
That was
one of the people who's like on the list. Of,
insane. That was insane. Because when I had first started DJing, I was a sophomore in high school, about 15, 16 years old. And the guy who was training me to be a DJ, his name is Marcus, DJ Marcus. Shouts out Marcus Harshaw. He asked me, what do you want to get out of being DJing, or out of being a DJ, and where do you want to take your DJing? And it was right after I'd been at Summerfest, like watching all the people on stage. And I was like, man, I could do this, dude. Like, I could really do this. And 16-year-old me said, I was like, if I could just get on the main stage at Summerfest and perform in front of all those people, I know I made it as a DJ. And last year I did that. Like, I accomplished my like highest aspiration as a DJ. And when you get there, you realize you have so much more work to do. But just to be able to say that I accomplished that goal was crazy. It was like 20,000 people there, biggest concert I ever done in my life.
Gosh.
Yeah, and
That's really cool.
yeah, and I killed it. I slaughtered that show. Like, people thought I was famous. They're like, dude, like, because I was next to all these famous people, and they're messaging me like, yo, you were better than this person and that person. Like, P&B Rock was there, Kyle was there. They're like the two biggest performers on that stage, and people were telling me I was better than the headliner. I'm like, man, it's so crazy. Like, it just lets me know that, like, to be on stage next to people that are certified and in the industry and making millions of dollars doing this, and to be right next to them and be able to hold my own. I don't look out of place, like I'm not supposed to be there or something.
Sure.
That just, man, it's a crazy feeling. It lets me know I'm doing something right.
That's really
So,
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
So
And,
how do you like prep before a show, or like how do you, so like 20,000 people, like I can't even wrap my head about like the most I've stood in front of and like given a speech or something for is like maybe 50 or 100, like at
Yeah.
the like absolute max. So like 20,000 people, like how do you physically and emotionally respond to that and doing that?
It's like, people ask me if I get nervous, and I don't really get nervous. I'm just excited. I just want to, like, I don't know. When there's that many people and it's that demographic of people, like at a music festival, it's all just high school kids, college kids, some adults here and there and stuff like that. But they're so ready to give you all their energy, because it's a music festival and it's rap artists. So they're ready to just turn up. So when you have that many people there and you're on that stage, whatever you say goes. Like, if you tell them to do something, they're gonna do it. So you kind of have to try to mess up, or something just go, like a technical difficulty just goes against you, to like fumble that moment, you know. So I don't really get nervous in those moments. I'm just excited, because all the other shows you have to really like work to get the crowd involved and things like that, because people get shy, especially if it's like a real light show where it's like 50 to 100 people and it's not that many people. Like,
Sure, yeah.
You know, like that's not that many people to me. So shows like that, you got to work harder to make sure they get involved and stay engaged. But when you're shoulder to shoulder, you can't mess up. So for shows like that, I did do more preparation. Like, I was on stage from 6 to 10. So
Jeez,
I had my own hour-long set from 6:30 half-hour set from 6:30 to 7, and I was like the host DJ for the stage. So in between each act, I would go up and DJ and fill the time so there wouldn't be any dead space. and that time went from 6 o'clock until the headliner at 10. So I was doing a lot of DJing, and I had to prepare because I wanted to make sure everything was intentional and every moment was planned and had to be there so that I could engage the crowd. So we were well prepared for that show. But other shows, like I'm doing shows from like Wednesday to Saturday every week. So a lot of shows, you just get your music organized or figure what direction you want to approach, what direction you want to take for each show, and I kind of just do it. So I don't really put too much effort into the preparation. I just gotta I just did a homecoming last night out in Dodgeville, and so I had to get a whole bunch of clean music and download all that. So that was like the most preparation I had to do. But
I'm curious where you usually perform, or do you switch up your set
so
a lot?
where I usually performed at was Liquid every Saturday, but now I'm kind of just traveling, going all over the place.
Wherever the people call.
Yeah.
Okay.
So last night was Dodgeville. Day before that was Prism Fest, which is a music festival started by some people here in Madison. And my friend Scottify became the creative director for it this year. He's a photographer and a videographer. And so we got put onto that music festival, and that was fun.
That's cool.
And then the day before that was UW Stout. And we went out there. And then next week I go to Green Bay.
Dang, you're
Milwaukee.
making the rounds.
Yeah, for real.
That's cool.
It's crazy. I'm going all over the place. That's
Do you
why
like traveling like that? Or would you prefer to stay in one place?
I like traveling because, I mean, we made the point to start getting exposure in other places besides Madison, because a lot of the work that I've been doing was just in Madison and in Milwaukee. So we're trying to spread out to different spots and kind of take the Midwest over.
That's cool.
So we have to start with Wisconsin and Minnesota. And if we can get those two spots, then we can get Chicago. So that's our way in. That's what we're trying to do.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm traveling all over the place. It gets tough sometimes because I do all the driving because my car is the best car.
Nice.
It's the most fuel efficient, which
do you
kind of
have
sucks.
like your own crew of people that works with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Strange Oasis Entertainment. That's the whole squad. Yeah.
That's cool.
Lots of traveling. It gets tiring, but it's cool because money calls.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
I hear that.
And you said you do a radio show?
So
what does that look like compared to the DJing?
It's a lot different because as a DJ, a concert DJ, you're supposed to talk over the music sometimes to a degree and hype the crowd up, come up with skits and things like that to engage and interact.
Mm-hmm.
But the radio show, it's kind of all about the music. So whatever you have to say, you got to get it said before like the artist on the song starts talking. And like if you listen to the radio right now and there's a DJ that's talking live or they have a voice break in between songs while they're transitioning, you'll notice they never speak over the words that are said in the song. They get everything out before the song starts. So it's a different style. You say less unless there's like no music that you're talking over. And yeah, it's fun. I like it a lot. I got a couple friends in jail right now that are listening to the radio show and they get super turned up. So
yeah,
they call me like, yo, you got the whole jail lit right now. So yeah, that's real cool.
Wow. Cool.
But they had to like change my time slot in the radio show because of some mix up. So I'm getting that figured out right now, and then once I get that sorted, then we'll like kick it back up. So
tight.
Taking a little break.
Where can people? So Milwaukee area, right? For that,
the radio show's up here in Madison.
Oh, is
it's
it?
at the
nice.
student radio station, WSUM. WSUM 91.7 FM Madison.
91.7.
Yeah.
Throw that in here so I don't
Google Doc.
And they got the online stream as well.
Nice. Cool.
WSUM.org.
Is there like you said you're figuring out the time frame for that?
Yeah, so it was Wednesdays at 11 o'clock, but I have to go and talk to the station manager to see like what other alternate time slot we can do.
Yeah.
11 o'clock p.m.?
Yeah.
I was like, that's more your style. I was like, there's no way Mondo's doing
11
this.
a.m.
11
Got the old folks crowd.
Hey, yeah, exactly. You know, like top of the morning to you. We're going to play Migos to start off your day.
I could see some old folks getting pretty feisty.
I know, right? Yeah, I wanted either like a 5 o'clock rush hour show or 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock show. So after 10 o'clock, the music can be unedited and explicit. So
Okay.
that's always nice. But I could also definitely hang with a rush hour show and make sure like everybody's in their car listening and just pass the time super quick. I know I could do that.
That's cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, let us know whenever you figure out the time because
For
I'll
sure.
check it out.
I got you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. So,
Mhm.
so you started DJing 15, 16. So like, what was kind of your intro into that, or what first ignited your excitement to pursue?
I was at an anniversary party, super bored because it was all adults, family, friends, and stuff. There was no kids, but there was a DJ. So I just walked up to the DJ booth and was just watching what he was doing. Gave him a couple requests here and there, and every request I gave him got the crowd like on the floor dancing. And so he noticed, and my mom noticed too, and so she talked to him, and he said that he would teach me how to DJ, and we just started learning how to DJ. He would come over every Sunday, brought over a Newmark CD mixer, which couldn't do anything except reloop and EQ, and that's how I practiced DJing. And I would be on LimeWire for hours, downloading music, writing on CDs.
Dude,
Oh, the good
LimeWire
old
days.
days.
Oh,
Gotta love it. It was great. So yeah, shouts out to LimeWire. They really plugged me. Yeah.
That's cool.
R.I.P. to LimeWire.
dude, that's like a Hollywood start right there.
You
Like
know?
you just serendipitous, walk up to the DJ table,
Yeah.
do this stuff.
Someday
I
we'll
just
have a
like played
movie
this
about you.
and everybody started dancing. Like, all right, cool. I like you. Keep
Nice.
giving me requests. So yeah.
Cool. So from a technical side, how would you encourage people who are interested in starting, who have always wanted to learn, to get started, or what's like a good entry point?
The way I started, so like I had the equipment and stuff like that with the CDs before laptops. And then I got a laptop at the end of high school, getting ready for college, and I downloaded a DJ app called DJ Pro, DJAY Pro. And that app right there is just really user friendly, and it's for Macs. And I'm pretty sure they put it on Windows too now. And that was the app that I started out with. So I had my laptop, my DJ app, and then I was just plugging the aux cord. And I spent hours practicing all the hotkeys and shortcuts on there. So like if you treat it right, you basically have like an external DJ controller, right? But it's just on the keyboard of the laptop. So it doesn't look as nice, look as professional, but you can do all the things that equipment that you would pay for can do. So if you're just starting out, I would say just start with the laptop and the app. The app costs like $50, which is way cheaper than getting a whole like $200 to $800 controller. And I've seen people who have all these complicated rigs and stuff and either don't know how to use them, or they just they don't have the fundamentals down. And I had the fundamentals. So I would show up, be done setting up in like 5 minutes, ready to DJ, and being more technically skilled and getting the crowd more hype than the person who spent 20 minutes setting up because they had all this stuff. So I say just if you're serious about DJing, get it on your laptop, practice with all your music, and once you get comfortable with your music on your laptop, then invite some friends over to a house party, DJ a little bit, and if they get a good reaction, you're good. And
You
just keep on
suck.
going. Yeah, I know, right? Boo. Like, what are you doing at my house party booing me? This is my house.
This is my
It's my
house.
house. You can get out.
Yeah, so, and I started out, I took that to the radio. So I started out DJing on the radio and doing that. And then I met my friend Lucian Parker, who was a resident in my dorm when I was an RA. And he was looking for a DJ. So I started doing concerts with him, and we went on tour. And that's when I started getting comfortable on the microphone. And because before, like I said, you don't talk over the music as a radio DJ. So I just had that kind of mindset. And for concerts, it's completely different because you have to get the crowd engaged, and you got to talk to them and make things less awkward, because when you're first starting out, nobody shows up to your shows. So that's what I got comfortable doing. I would be talking to like 15 people and making sure they're like the most engaged they could possibly be. And that helps when you get to like a 20,000 person stage, because you know what to say to get 15 people hype. So you know 20,000 is easy. It's harder to DJ for 15 people than it is for 20,000.
Wow.
Like, it's
That's cool.
Ironically enough, you know.
I could see that though, because like you said, that's interesting. Like just
Yeah.
the vibe, like there's not awkwardness. Whereas I feel like with some other things, you're kind of like
15 people. Like
if
you walk into a party and there's 15 people there, you see it. The dance floor is basically empty, and there's people like sitting down.
Yeah.
You do the same. You just kind of stick to the wall. You don't want to like walk right up to the stage and just look the DJ in the face the whole time, and just like, yo, like, I appreciate you, but just like just back
Get
up.
me out a little bit.
Yeah, you know.
Sure.
So yeah, I also say my advice to anybody that's starting out, because like knowing the fundamentals on your computer and being able to DJ without equipment will save your life. Because all the biggest shows that I've ever done in my life, the equipment didn't work, and I just had to DJ on my laptop. So I opened up for Lil Uzi Vert at the rave in Milwaukee with like 4,000 people.
I never heard that story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was 4,000 people deep. And I hadn't even bought a controller at that point yet. So I just set up my laptop, plugged in the aux cord to my laptop, and DJ'd off my laptop. Got everybody lit. Like, all of Milwaukee was talking for me for a year straight. Like, yo, I saw you at Lil Uzi. You were cold. And then the next year I did Summerfest, and everybody was hype off that. And I had CDJs, which is like industry standard music festival type equipment. And the CDJs didn't work, so I had to DJ off my laptop for Summerfest in front of 20,000 people for 4 hours. Killed it. Everybody was going crazy. And then the same thing happened for 21 Savage. I DJ'd for 21 Savage at the rave. Again, 4,000 people.
Wow.
And
jeez,
like,
we got a professional on the podcast here.
Biggest guest ever. We're like, Frank, man.
I mean, you know, but like the biggest shows I've ever had to do in my life, I did it without equipment. I just did it with my laptop, because that's like, other DJs, they rely on their equipment to a fault sometimes. So if something happens at that moment, you either got to find some other equipment or you just got to fold. Like, and I'm not going to fold. Like, if my equipment doesn't work, all right, cool. Break out the aux cord. Let's do it. And the most nerve-wracking moment of my DJ career, though, was DJ Pauly D, 1,000 people show in Illinois, Champaign, Illinois, and I was the opener on my first song. Like, we had everybody hyped up. Everybody was crazy. White girls are just like taking off their shirts. And
Oh, jeez.
and the first song I played, is getting everybody hyped, and we're throwing water at everybody, and everybody was going crazy. And I go back to my laptop, and there's water all over my laptop.
Oh no.
And so my computer crashes on me. And at that moment, I was like, oh my God, I've only played one song and I have a whole hour to go, and I have no laptop. So when I was in high school, and first, like, before I had a laptop, I had my iPhone, and the DJ app that I have on my computer now, they had an iPhone app for like $1. And so I would just, in the car rides, I would DJ on my phone for the car rides, right? So that was like really where I first started like really messing around. I would just be on my phone DJing to myself, right? And so I looked at my friend. I'm like, yo, get that little iPhone extension cord, go to the car right now, get it now. I told my manager, I'm like, tell the sound man to play one song, any song, doesn't matter, just play a song. And so they did that. He came back with the thing, plugged it into my iPhone, plugged the aux cord into my phone, and pulled up the DJ app that I'd had since high school. And I told the crowd, I was like, all right, y'all, good news and bad news. Bad news is my laptop is dead. Can't DJ off my laptop. Good news is I have my iPhone, and I can DJ off of my iPhone. And everybody was like, yeah, let's go. And I DJ'd the whole hour-long set on my phone.
Oh my gosh.
And it was so nerve-wracking, because like everything that I had planned for that show basically went out the window, and I had to just remember what I was gonna do, because I couldn't use my laptop as a reference. So I had to just pick songs and just kind of do it. And people who were walking in late, they're like, yo, man, you're a great DJ. Is that like your thing? You DJ off your phone? I'm like, hell no.
No,
No, not at all. This
not
is
a
like,
maniac.
Yeah, that was probably the worst quality show I've ever put on in my life, but we still got lit. Like, it was crazy. And that's the thing. Like, when you have that many people there, they want you to succeed. And so, you know, even though things didn't go as planned, everybody was still giving me the energy, and you just approach it with confidence and tell people like, yo, we're gonna get turned to this, and that's just what's gonna happen. And everybody did, and it was great.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's versatility right there.
Yeah, for
Holy
real.
cow.
I never
Most
want to
people
do that
would've just
again.
thrown in the
That's what
towel.
I'm saying. That's what, like I was really thinking, like my heart was racing, and I'm thinking in my head like, I'm really gonna have to throw in the towel right now. I'm like, no. Do this, do that. Let's go. We're gonna keep the show going. And that's like my whole catchphrase is make it happen. That's like my motto. The thing that I embody is like, no matter what you do, you got to make it happen. Do what you want to do when you want to do it, because you can. And just like y'all are doing right now, if you want to do a
Make it
podcast,
happen.
you're gonna do it. You're gonna make it happen.
I see a
So-
t-shirt. I see a t-shirt
Make it
sometime
happen.
soon. Make it
Oh
happen.
no, we just sold out of them. Actually.
Did you?
Oh,
Oh,
man.
dude, where's the link? I legit.
Yeah, I have smalls left, and that's it.
I'm not a small
I could
boy.
squeeze,
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
could
That's what I'm
squeeze into
saying.
it.
If I really tried.
Yeah, so we got to re-up on those. But
Is that on your group site?
yeah, I actually have some in my car right now. But we took everything down from the website because
Okay.
it's all sold out. We got to re-up, but we will. But yeah, that's
Dope.
like my
Make
whole
it
thing.
happen.
Make it
Dig
happen.
it, yeah.
And that was the most make it happening I'd ever done ever. So
Nice.
yeah.
So I'm curious. This might be like a strange technical question, but like, I think we talk about like the creative process. So we do like a lot of like writing and like I'm doing design stuff. So where there's always that weird line of like when you have the confidence to know you're good, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, oh, but you haven't seen me, Djay Mando. Like you haven't seen me go, and you're like, you're trash. Like you're not good.
Yeah.
So where did you kind of find the technical like, okay, I am actually deserve to be confident, and I've built my skills to be like, I'm actually good.
Yeah, it's funny because like I never thought I was a bad DJ. There was never a time where I'm like, I'm not a good DJ. But like 2 years later, I look back, I was like, wow, I was a terrible DJ. You know, so like in the moment, like if you ask me right now if you think I'm a good DJ, I'll probably say, yeah, I'm a good DJ. And then 2 years later, like I'll be like, oh yeah, I thought I was a good DJ, but no, like, you know, you can always improve. So I think once I got my residency at Liquid and I was DJing every week, that was the most consistent I had been DJing ever at a professional level, like getting paid for it every week. I was paying all my bills just off of DJing. So when that happened, I feel like that's when I got the most technically sound and had to innovate to like figure, okay, what am I going to do for this show? What am I going to do for that show? Promo and getting people in the door every weekend and things like that. That's like when I had to do all of that stuff. Didn't really have to do that before because like the shows before that were few and far between. So I'd be like, all right, cool, I'm DJing here. Everybody would show up. But if you do the same thing every week, then people are going to stop showing up. So you had to come up with new ways and things like that. So that's where I got my practice on that. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was cool.
Dope.
Interesting.
So if you had maybe a next like 5-year goal, or like, so you said Summerfest was your original goal.
Mhm.
Already blew that out of the water. You're way
Yeah.
ahead of schedule.
I
Where are
got
you
my
off to
sights.
next?
I got my sights on Lollapalooza. That's where I want to go next.
Nice.
Snap.
That would be fun because, again, it's like all the people that are there are like millionaires, like from off of music. So if I can get on stage with them and hold my own, then yeah, I'll know.
So what are you doing
It's
to get
time.
there?
So
what's your game plan?
right now it's expansion
Sure.
and making sure we know the product is good. Now it's the packaging that we need. So we need the whole team to be on point. Everybody has to have their own swag, but we all look similar so that we look like a group, a cohesive group. Everybody has to output their own product. Like Lucian's making music. Bravo just got added to the team. Shouts out Bravo. He's putting out music as well. I'm doing my DJing thing. I'm going to start putting out original music too, just because like that's the way that people can connect after you get off the stage, because my thing is performance, right? So like after I'm done performing and I get off stage and you go home, what can you tune into, right? I have a cooking show that I'm putting out on YouTube, and I got
What?
yeah
I need to
Chef
see
Mando.
that.
Yeah, it's oh yeah, yep.
I would watch that
Oh,
every week.
Yep, we just got the second episode just came out, which was stir fry. It was
Nice.
I'm gonna have to check that
great. So
out.
if you want to learn how to cook stir fry,
I'm
shouts out to the
gonna add
Migos.
that to our list of
Yep,
things to
yep.
check out here.
There's gonna
Yeah.
be so many. See, I can't watch Game of Thrones because we're watching all your stuff.
That's another thing too. I really want to get into voice acting, and I really want to build up an acting career to supplement the music, because I feel like they can work so well cohesively. So it's like music, acting, modeling, and I just like playing basketball. So like, I don't know, eventually doing like celebrity basketball games or 3-on-3 tournaments or stuff like that.
You could dunk on Kevin Hart.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be so Kevin Durant. I'm gonna dunk on Kevin Durant, man.
Oh snap!
Oh my God, I'll never let him live that down.
I can see it.
I'll sit courtside on his games just to tell him I dunked on him. Like
the next Spike Lee,
stare him in the
Djay
eyes.
Mando.
Right? Yeah, you know. So
B-ball beef.
yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, so like, you know, I kind of just doing my
A
thing.
lot of aspirations. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Shoot for the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Make it
That's what I'm
happen.
saying.
Yeah,
Yep.
make it
Make
happen.
it happen, Phil.
Exactly.
happen.
People don't realize how much they say it. Like, okay, you know, we're gonna make it happen. Yeah. Every time they say that, I'm like, you should buy a T-shirt.
$20 on a t-shirt.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
Nice. Cool.
Cool.
Well, I think it's pretty much the gist. We're kind of hitting that hour mark, and
Cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's
Do
pretty
we
much.
Do you want to shoot out some of your details, like
Yeah.
not
So
your phone number or something, but like
I live at
websites
X
or
address.
Yeah.
social
So
media?
usually, all my social media is the same. It's Djay Mando, but it's spelled DJAY Mando, like the app, the DJ Pro
DJAY.
app. So that's where I took my name from. It's DJAY MANDO. DJ
Nice.
Mando. Don't forget the AY. That's what I say. So like, there's lots of DJ Mandos, right? If you just spell it DJ, but if you spell DJAY, I'm the only one that comes up. That's the marketing major in me.
Right,
So,
dude.
so yeah, it's
Tight.
all the same. Anything you want to look me up on, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Xbox, it's all DJ Mando. Everything.
Is it this one?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Following you right now.
Perfect.
Boom.
And yeah, I'm on tour right now, so my Instagram has my tour schedule, and we're gonna be making new merchandise soon since we just sold out, and getting ready for the fall winter season. We're making crew necks and hoodies.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
I'd wear a hoodie.
I'd wear
Yeah.
a Make It Happen crew neck.
definitely. So yeah, we got some stuff
I
in the
dig
works. It'll be
Let's
fun.
do nice.
Cool, man.
Thank you very
Awesome.
much for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, dude.
This
This
is real. We got somebody who DJ'd for 20,000 people on our
Yeah, I know. We're like,
podcast, so
Dude.
that was our goal. Like,
make it. We're
Insane.
making it.
make it happen.
Yeah,
Make it
you know.
happen.
You know,
Start
yeah.
somewhere. Cool.
That's cool.
We'll shout. Usually, we just kind of close out, so you can find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio. I guess because one of our friends we don't update that app ever.
Tune
But
in radio.
yeah, I was like,
Whoa.
yeah. So old school. That and YouTube, and then you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Pop Culture Punks. What else do I usually say? Redbubble and Threadless. That's where we've got some of our logos and
Shirts,
some
yeah.
variations and stuff. And email questions, concerns, comments, shout outs, whatever.
DJ Mando, I'm really concerned about your DJing.
Dude, that's gonna be their first email. Is some mom who's like, my child was listening to this DJ Mondo, and
Yeah,
like,
him and his cooking show. He thinks he can cook better than me.
she's like, he's teaching little Timmy that's okay
Yeah,
to kill
right.
people in Grand Theft Auto. Gosh, I swear
Yeah.
we're not hate mail famous yet. That's
No.
our next goal.
Yeah, our next goal is to get some hate mail.
Yeah. Once we've hit that mark,
Oh
then
man, that's when
then
you
we
know
make-
you're lit.
then you know, yeah,
Yep,
You
that's
know
when
you're saying
know.
something. You're speaking some truth there.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. So, and then, so Redbubble and Threadless, that's where our designs and stuff are kept. You can email questions and whatever to popculturepunks@gmail.com. And all our social media on Instagram and Twitter are at popculturepunks. And that's pretty much the gist. But
It's lit.
it's lit.
Gang, 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 gang.
I don't say that, like, we don't
Don't worry.
like, literally,
I'll get you
our
up to
whole
speed.
basis of our podcast is we're like the punk, so the more like edgy rock scene. So
Yeah, I feel you. What
we're
do
not
they
in the
say?
lingo.
Rock on or totally, dude.
That has to be our totally, dude.
Yeah,
Totally.
totally, dude.
Totally, dude.
Just like that.
Rock on.
No inflection. Totally, dude. Rock on.
That's what. Hey, folks.
Hey, folks. That's what we say, hey, folks.
Yeah. That's fire.
great.
I gotta get some of the lingo.
Oh boy. It's more like, I don't know, what would we say? Cool.
Cool. Keep it posy.
Keep it posy. That's one of
Keep
them.
it
Yeah.
posy.
Keep it posy.
Keep it
positive.
posy.
Although we say that more like ironically than anything.
Yeah,
but
it's more like a joke in the
Yeah.
scene. So keep it posy in the pit, baby.
yeah.
That's
Hey,
how you
there it
do it.
is. There it is.
Cool. Well, DJ Mondo, thanks for swinging by, my friend.
Thank
Yeah.
you very
Awesome
much.
to see you and have you on. And with
been real.
that,
Definitely. Let's get into this Spider-Man.
dude, for real.
Let's do it.
And with that, we bid you a fond Cowabunga.